Welcome back. Clap it up. Clap it up. Yeah, this gonna be our intro till we figure out some new shit. Clap it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of You Hate to See It, where we talk about all the shows and movies that we've loved and hate to see. I'm KP, and as usual, I got the usual suspects with me. I got our master of hate, chief hater, Mr. 1% himself, D Wild. What's up, bro?
Mr. 1% is crazy. Coming
Hey,
from a
man.
dude who went to the gym at 11 a.m. too. So
Hey, it's flex week.
it's flexing. Exactly. I was like, this dude gets beer on site at his job. Let's not talk about
Man,
1% now. His
man.
office 3 times a week.
We had to push the pod back because your cleaning staff wasn't done. Come on, man.
Hey man. You gonna be there soon.
Shit, hell no. And of course, we got the movie man back after a long break. Scotty Too Rare. What's up, brother?
Greetings, fellas. How y'all been?
Good, man. Hanging
Good,
in
man.
there.
We're
Hanging
ready to
in there.
pod, man.
Ready to
We had
talk some
summer
ball.
movies, man. Summer movies.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got a very special pod today because we're talking about summer movies, guy movies. This is for the guys. This is for the bros, man. This is for the bros. We scaring the hoes with this pod. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Actually, I don't know. We get at least one of the movies. You could argue two. Will probably attract a female audience.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Come on now.
And that's because of the star-studded cast that they got.
Facts. So, without further ado, here, what do we want to talk about first? Actually, you know what? Before we get into it, like and subscribe, YouTube, all that stuff. I always forget, and then I bring it back. Like and subscribe, YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Hey, we've been dropping hella content this week. I can't cap.
We have been.
Yep. So go ahead and do all that stuff. And yeah, let's get into it, man. First things first, let's talk about a movie that is new to streaming, but has been out for like a year now. And
half a year. Came
for
out
about half a year. Something was telling me that this was going to be a good movie, man. I just could kind of feel it.
Someone.
I could just kind of feel it, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, Godzilla -1, man. Dante, I'm going to give you a little room. ISO here. Take your victory lap because, hey.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm about to take the ball, stand at the top of the key, and dribble for about 15 seconds on some James Harden MVP type shit, bro. Because I told you niggas to go see this film. I said I happened to go into a theater on a random day in December and check it out. I saw it had really good reviews. I was like, oh, Godzilla movies are like cool, right? It's something cool to pass the time. I saw this one. I said, no, this is different, bro. This is a different Godzilla. This is it's -1, so it's a prequel to like the OG Godzilla series from like the 60s or whatever in Japan. And this one is totally different. It's basically a historical drama with Godzilla being a metaphor for, spoiler alert, an atomic bomb, right? So, it's set post World War II, like immediately post World War II, following a kamikaze fighter that, hey, did the right thing and didn't kill himself. And then it just follows him and a kind of makeshift family and how they are trying to muster up a fight against Godzilla, against the odds. And it is shot beautifully. Director is amazing. It won an Oscar for Best Special Effects, and the effects are indeed fire. I know Scotty Scorsese wants to get into some of that too, man. But I told y'all to go check it out in December. I was validated when it got an Oscar back in March. And now it finally came to streaming on Netflix, and y'all are seeing what I was caping for. Like, it had a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes for a reason with the critic score. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
Hey, Tom, what you think about Godzilla -1? Because you were making some pretty bold claims too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hold you. This is I can't think of another Godzilla movie or show even that I would hold in as high regard as this one. This reminded me a lot of what was that movie? The Battleship movie. It came out like maybe 2011, 2012 maybe.
With
Uh,
Rihanna.
With Rihanna.
yeah, the one with Rihanna and Taylor Kish from Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Also, no offense to that movie, this is better than that. Let's
Skarsgård.
let's be
Well,
serious here.
yeah, I think it's more so that part got me because number one, a lot of it's fought at sea.
Yeah.
And then number two, just the fact that there's not really, just like you said, it's like a backstory. We don't know where this thing came from. We don't know why they're here. They kind of just showed up and he wants smoke. So it's just like, all right, like where are we supposed to go from here? But yeah, that's a real deal action movie. The fact that he could like breathe fire or like toxic
He was like
atomic
a
waste. I don't. It
nuclear
was like atomic
reactor,
waste, whatever it
man.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I was saying I was a fan is definitely an understatement. I'll definitely be running that back. I'll go ahead and throw classic on it because, like I said, there aren't many monster like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is like on the level of like an Avengers type movie without the Avengers, if that makes sense. Where he's just terrorizing the city, but I'll go ahead and give him my stamp of approval.
Yeah, man, I'll go ahead and make it 3 in a row, man. This was a banger, man. It was really like the perfect summer blockbuster. You know, I do wish I kind of saw it in theaters, even though December maybe not have had the same effect. But I mean, it did numbers anyway. But yeah, just watching this, man, it took me back to those old Godzilla movies in black and white where there ain't no backstory. It's just a big ass monster and he fucking shit up and people trying to shoot him, and that's all I needed, man. And then you add the backstory, one man who chickened out of the kamikaze. I mean, like I never even like heard of that being the thing, but it just makes so much sense. Like, why would I just like nigga this shit over?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm jumping.
fucking
Yeah,
losing the war. Why would I fucking
Yeah,
self-destruct for
facts.
any reason, bruh?
Yeah, that shit was like a really cool wrinkle to add to the story because yeah, like you see like just watching Shogun, you see how like honor and like taking your own life kind of like plays into like that culture historically. And so when you see like the kamikaze nigga didn't do it, it's like, oh shit, like damn, that shit kind of still kind of permeated the culture a little bit.
I mean,
And so,
hundreds of thousands of years later, it's still a big deal. And you see the shame that he's confronted with when he comes back and
yeah.
like is looking for his parents' home and everything. And then his neighbor's like, hold up, weren't you supposed to be a kamikaze
Aren't you
pilot?
supposed
Like
to
you
be dead?
fucking you aren't you supposed to be dead? You fucking coward. My children are dead because you're a fucking coward.
Mm.
Like because we got too many fucking cowards. Like he has to deal with the shame of that. He's got to deal with the shame of not firing his gun at Godzilla when they attack the island, and he carries in literally physically carries the photos of all of the mechanics on that island from the very first scene that are killed. I mean, there's so many really cool moments, and I want to harp on some of the things that you said from like an action, like from a drama and dramatic effect. It's really cool because it follows this one guy and his kind of his shame and trying to get through that, and then trying to kind of make a family post the war, and making new friendships, doing this like extreme job out at sea. But it was just so cool to see all of that stuff at sea. I think half of the movie is basically out at sea, and it's really cool. They're just in a fucking wooden boat. They're
Yeah.
taking out mines and shit, and then we got multiple Godzilla fights at sea, and they got that giant battleship cruiser that comes and gets fucked up on the sea. Like it's really cool to see kind of some of that water warfare that they've got going
Hey,
on.
Godzilla was putting work in, man. He was fucking niggas up, man. And then, yeah, that was just a good movie. The plan at the end coming together, it's not like the most innovative, plot structure. Like it's all shit that we kind of seen or like different plot mechanics that we've seen before. Old girl, spoiler alert, old girl comes back at the end. It's a movie. It's a
Wasn't mad
movie.
at it. Wasn't mad at it. I was like, damn, this nigga
So,
been down bad all film. Let him get one. Let him get one, man.
throw him a bone. Man, what's crazy is that we were watching it, me and Jazz were, and it was like right after they laid out the plan. They about to go out to sea to go do the plan or whatever. And our power goes out for like 5 hours, bro. So we literally just sitting there, just waiting, like, damn, we need to finish this fucking movie. Like that shit was like it really had us locked in. We just sitting there in silence 5 hours, just like, damn, how is this shit gonna end? So
Man, just kept you on the edge of your seat as they're ready to head off for war, bro. As the volunteer militia, like all ex-military volunteer guys that are heading off to fight Godzilla. Like it's fucking crazy. And
hey, keep it a bean. Y'all volunteering?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I was like, you saw half them niggas that left. I would have been like, I survived one war. Why the fuck would I go to? Like, no, absolutely not.
Come on, man. We got to get out there. My man, they tried to send my man back. He was like, nah, B, like, I want this smoke, man.
Hey, the little kid that that he was like too young to go to war. He was like, I wish the war would have went on longer. They was about to fuck his ass up for saying that shit. Like, what?
Nah, he came through in the clutch, and then you gotta give him his respect.
He came through. He brought back the cavalry, bro. And the crazy thing is, like, I'm looking at how much it cost to make this movie. Like, mind you, how good it looked and how it was shot and everything, and winning an Oscar for best special effects. This movie was $10 million to make.
Damn.
$10 million, and they won the Oscar for best special effects and everything. Like,
well, I think wasn't that was like a whole moment, I guess, when not just this movie, but the creator. The fact that both of those movies were supposed to do something for like just visual effects artists and or just shine a light on them and kind of the progress they've made coming from. I mean, you go back 10 years, the visual effects we were looking at were garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's just a decade. So
yeah,
just imagine what they can do now.
10 million,
like a laser camera. I can only imagine.
Yeah. A team of 35, which they say is really a really small team for movies, like a team of 35 total that did this. And they said they weren't even like, they weren't even crunching them and making them do late nights, right?
Yeah.
So it was a $10 million movie. It made $115 million worldwide, almost $116 million worldwide.
Pretty good.
So I was like, that's more than 10x its return right there, which is crazy. But you juxtapose that to the other Godzilla movie that came out in April, Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. That shit made $560 million worldwide. It's nasty, bro, but
Hey, yeah, I can't fuck with the with the new Godzilla and Kong. I don't want to see Kong teaming up with Godzilla. You
like
know,
they speak the same like interact language, bro. Like get out of my face with this.
There's always like a little girl involved that they'd be like, oh, actually, I like little girls. Like, nah, B.
I like little girls, but someone don't communicate. Get that,
Hey, man, that nigga King Kong, that nigga will fold for a little child every time, bro. Like, come on, gang.
Yeah, it is. It's just crazy to see like the effects and everything that goes into that and all the work. Like that made roughly 570 million, but it was like $150 million budget, right? So it, kind of 3-4x'd it, whereas this movie made on 10 million, made 115 million, right? So, and it's actually a significantly better movie. Like it's just the storytelling of it is good, the way it's shot, how it looks. Like it really puts you kind of, you think you're back in post-war, Japan.
No, in fact, they went crazy, man, and no disrespect to Godzilla versus Kong. Shout out to Paperboy. It's a lot of good actors working on that.
I mean, I went and saw it. It's like what you would expect from a Godzilla movie, but Godzilla -1 is completely different.
More superior movie.
It is not what you would expect. It's basically a war movie, right?
Yeah, facts. I mean, Tom compared it to Dunkirk, which I mean.
Hey,
I was gonna hold off on that, but hey, we're talking about like just pure action scenes on the water. Yeah, that's just right up there with Dunkirk. Sue me.
Hey, I'm gonna need niggas to check Dunkirk out again, but
I will.
I mean, the movies they're not dissimilar. They're pretty similar. They have a hopeful ending type shit. So I'm not mad at the comp. I'm not mad at it at all. So
Oscar-winning film.
Both are Oscar-winning.
Exactly.
Both are Oscar-winning films. So,
hey, man, hey, y'all got it. All right, so what should we do next? Should we do Hitman or Bikeriders next?
Hey man, let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go
I'm ready
Hitman.
to.
Let's go in chronological.
Yeah. Let's go chronological order, man. So Hitman, Glenn Powell summer. It's kicking off, man. It's kicking off. Hitman is a movie that came to Netflix last month, which would be June, I think, early June.
Yeah.
It stars Glenn Powell, directed and written by Richard Linklater and Glenn Powell. Help write.
Yeah.
Dang, what's my girl's name? I forget her name.
Adria.
Arjona.
Adria.
Hey, I knew I could count on y'all. Adria Arjona is the female lead in the movie, and basically Glenn Powell is a psychology professor that helps the cops entrap people in his spare time, dressing up in different hitman costumes. And it's based on a true story, actually, a little bit embellished. I don't think anybody actually died in real life, but yeah, what you guys think of Hitman?
Hey man, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
I'll if I can get it just a slight ISO on this one.
Go ahead.
Glenn Powell, that's my guy. Richard Linklater, bundles of classics that are among my favorite movies. But I was surprisingly, as much as I've been hyping this movie, I was kind of, I won't say disappointed, but underwhelmed.
Mm.
I enjoyed it, and I would say I look forward to watching it again, but not in the tier of Dazed and Confused or even Boyhood. I mean, that's a 3.5 hour movie, but worth it.
Yeah.
I think this one was, the story was just the story. They kind of told you exactly what it was in the beginning, and you, without giving away the movie, you don't necessarily, there's not much character development. It's the same characters. It's not the rotating characters like in like Slacker or some of, again, Richard Linklater's other movies. But this one has, I don't know, there's not, I never particularly cared for any of the characters. It was just kind of like, you get a third person perspective on, what's his name?
Gary?
Yeah,
Very.
Gary Johnson, excuse me, on Gary's life. But at the same time, it was kind of, he was telling you exactly his outlook on it live as the third person as the narrator who's telling you the story. So everything was kind of, there wasn't anything that was kind of left to your imagination other than what made him choose this outfit, or what made him, or not his outfit, but what made him choose this persona for this interaction with whoever is coming to him asking to be the to take on the case as a hitman for him, which I also have a trouble believing that hitmen don't exist. Sorry if I'm just being delusional. I definitely think hitmen exist
You're the
somewhere.
movie man. Of course you do, man.
Of course.
But yeah, exactly. But
Look,
yeah, I don't know. It was kind of middle of the road for
I'm gonna
me.
come in. I'm sorry. I gotta break up the ISO, man. I'm coming on a fast break steal because I could not disagree more. Like, I think one of the things is I was really curious with how if Glenn Powell had range, and he proved to me with this movie, he's got some impeccable fucking range. He plays like 20 fucking characters, right?
Yeah.
I was like, and you buy him in all of them. Like, he plays all of them, and he plays all of them well. And I think one thing I heard in an interview that Richard Linklater did is that, like, Glenn did not let him know what costume or who he was going to show up with. He would just show up on set with like the different costumes on different days, and they would shoot that.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
he did not tell him that. So I was like, he was really in his bag acting. And I think I was really captivated by the Gary Johnson character just because, he was doing so many other things. I mean, I think that part of it is actually true, right? The whole story with the love interest and everything, that is obviously, that's the embellished part of it. But him dressing up and, quote unquote, manipulating these folks into
Entrapment.
admitting to crimes like is kind of crazy. Yeah, I don't know New Orleans laws on entrapment or whatnot, but evidently that shit was
Hey,
allowed.
that's just kind of fucked up if you ask
Yeah,
me.
I mean it is. Yeah, we if we go into the moral compass of it,
Mm.
it's kind of fucked up. But I loved Glenn Powell. I loved how he was able to display all these different characters and they were believable. And the chemistry that he had with Adriana
Yeah.
or Adria, I think,
Mm-hmm.
was impeccable. Like there was buckets of sexual chemistry that he had there, and they were.
Buckets. Oh, boy, freaky as hell.
Did you watch the film? That shit was freaky as hell.
You a fan? He a
They was
fan? He a
doing some
fan?
freaky
Yeah,
shit. They
fan.
was in there role playing. They was doing freaky shit.
Nah,
Like
you ain't lying. You ain't
I
lying.
sat there. I was just me and Funk was just watching it, bro. Like it was like that's a good movie to just sit back and watch with your girl, bro. Like it was crazy, but like it was very believable. The chemistry was really good. I mean,
Yeah.
she was a really I don't know if I've seen her in other stuff, but she was a really good actress, and just played it really well. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, man. Hitman was really good. It was cool, man. And like me being like a big Richard Linklater guy, I was kind of I don't know what I was expecting because it always kind of felt like a movie that was kind of out of his wheelhouse. Because I feel like he does like really well with like the like slice of life, like really dialogue heavy, and like he'll just like create a world just like out of dialogue and just kind of like really makes you feel like you're in whatever setting you're in, whether it's a flashback, a period piece type movie, or just some like two people talking, or even like Boyhood, where it spans like a whole 18 years of a kid's life. You always feel like you're right there. And Hitman was kind of like more of, I don't want to say like a mainstream type movie, but like it was more of like summer blockbuster action flick, like go see this in the theaters type vibe. But I felt like it was really more of a showcase for Glenn Powell and everything that he can do, rather than like Linklater trying to flex his muscles. I think it was like, okay, this is going to be on Netflix. Everybody's going to see it. I'm just going to let Glenn cook. And Glenn cooked, man. He did his thing. I can't hold him, man. Like I'm a Glenn Powell fan, more so now, but I mean he's been on an incredible heater. Even if you count Anyone But You, which I've heard is like different levels of trash, but
Hey,
That movie is not trash.
you
Bro.
hate on that movie, you just hate rom coms. You don't
People
like
are
that movie, you
hating.
just don't
That's a
like rom coms.
standard.
It's gonna
It's
be
like a
corny.
standard rom com, bro.
Yeah.
And he plays the chemistry with him and Sydney Sweeney well too.
hey,
Like
I ain't gonna lie, GP got Riz, man.
Mac.
he does. I was like, dude, he's charismatic as fuck, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Wait,
he's
oh,
like,
and let me jump back in here real quick because I don't want this to at all seem like I'm shitting on my dog GP. He's my vote for next up for sure. I've been saying that,
The
but
new TC, the new
yeah,
TC.
I mean, I think he'll have more. I'll go TC just because that seems like the trajectory he wants. But at the same time, I think there's more. Just like you said, the charisma that he has and the range that he showed in this movie. I don't know. I think more people are going to take chances with him than they took chances with Tom Cruise, just because Tom Cruise
Maybe
was
Brad
Tom Cruise,
Pitt,
and they was like, all right,
I'm seeing more McConaughey than Cruz.
McConaughey.
I heard
Interesting.
yeah.
I see him like Pitt, too.
Yeah, hey
I
man,
can save that. We'll save that one for momentarily, but.
Yeah.
But for GP and AJ Arjona, I definitely think because she was in like Underground,
mm-hmm.
a couple other movies, but she was never like
I remember 600.
they didn't let her do that in Six
Right, yeah,
Underground.
she was.
So yeah, I think he because Linklater also made School of Rock, so I wasn't necessarily
True.
expecting just like you said the everything to be like slice of life, but I was hoping there was like a little more humor. Like I don't know, I was expecting the story more out of the story. Like I could kind of tell everything that kind of played out with the cop that he had that was kind of beefing with him. I could tell
By the
how,
way, that
how
nigga
their
was
relationship was.
Jasper.
Yeah,
Jasper was absolutely hilarious. Funniest nigga in the movie.
no, exactly. He was I guess him bearing the load of the comedic relief, but it was. I don't know. I feel like he was kind of serious also. Like he was. You could understand where he was coming from the entire if you were put in a similar situation, I feel like. But nonetheless, yeah, I don't know. I was hoping for more,
I
but
mean, yeah, I thought it
still
was
a good movie.
funny.
I gave
It's
it
funny.
3.5 stars on Letterboxd, so I'm not hating.
Yeah, that's straight. That's
But
straight.
I think I gave it a 4. Let me check my letterbox. Hold up.
Yeah, I went 3.5. Like I thought Jasper was funny, and then like the different fits that he's pulling off, they're like clear references to like other movies. Like he had the American Psycho fit. He
Right.
had the damn, what's the No Country for Old Men fit. Uh, so yeah, he was doing like little funny things, and then like you just remember like, oh wait, this nigga's a lame. I forgot, and then he's
Yeah,
like
that's the
doing,
crazy thing. Like he
you
was
know,
he was over there with chacos with socks on, with cargo shorts or like jean
Nah,
shorts,
jean
actually
short. Yeah.
Jordans.
no, you know
Jordans.
what, man. That because whenever I start reading reviews or like synopses, I guess, of like the plot, I was like, okay, how the hell is Glenn Powell gonna play like being just a nerdy ass teacher, like a psychology teacher? But then like you see him doing it, it's like, okay, like they're clearly like trying to make him like uncool, but like you can buy it. And then slowly but surely, we flash back to the class, and he's getting more confident. You can just kind of see like how his true self kind of like comes out just from like the confidence he's gaining. And I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool. That was like a big kind of Linklater piece of it, of like
I mean, the
kind of like the
students
self
even said
actualization.
they were
Oh
they
yeah, the
were like,
students was listening.
when did our teacher get hot?
Yeah,
Like, like, and it's like one of the reviews on Letterboxd was straight up. It's like basically like removing the girl glasses to reveal she's hot, but this is for Glenn Powell. like,
yeah.
like everybody knows he's like attractive, so him playing the lame is kind of like, all right, we know this isn't gonna last. And it's like, what's he? Because he's like, I thought it was cool. I mean, on Letterboxd, it's a 3.5 on Letterboxd, but the most ratings it got were for a 4. It just got, if you look at the box and whisker chart or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's a good movie. It's either you either like it or you really like it, I guess.
Yeah,
Like 3.5. That's solid as fuck. 7 out of 10. Really I could give it a 7.5, honestly. So hey,
yeah.
shout out to Linklater and GP. Any closing notes on Hitman before we move into Bikeriders?
Bikeriders. Now we can move into it, man. Just good movie. Like that's it's a funny one, and it did some numbers on Netflix. Like I
Did
think it said
did.
first week. It came out last week of May. So that's Memorial Day weekend, actually. So juxtapose that with Furiosa that bombed. This shit had 1.5 billion minutes watched first 7 days. So like 12, that's like 12.6 million views.
That's the thing about Netflix, man. You put some shit on there, people will view it. It will be seen one way or another.
So
So
they got a huge debut. And they did it on like a $10 million budget again, like $5 or $10 million budget. And Netflix bought it for like 20, 30 million.
yeah, not bad, not bad. All right, let's go ahead and pivot
Yeah.
to a movie that came out recently, maybe 2 weeks ago, I would think. The Bikeriders, starring Austin Butler, Tom Hardy. Dang, what's the girl's
Jodie
name?
Comer. Is it Comer?
Jodie Comer. Yeah.
Okay.
And a host of other people that you've probably seen before, but don't remember the names. Kind of like me right now. But
Yep.
I swear we've been kind of waiting on this movie for a year. Honestly, I thought it was going to come out last year. I thought it was going to come out earlier this year. It's finally out. It's here, and I'm not gonna lie, fellas, fucking loved it. I didn't think it's not a perfect movie by any means, but if there's a movie where I'm just like, man, let me just cut on that Bikeriders and just feel cool as fuck for
Cool as fuck, man.
goddamn 90
What?
minutes or however long. Just let me cut that bitch on, and I'm gonna sit here and smoke my little joint, not say a word. Yeah, yeah. So the Austin Butler Glenn Powell debate, in my head, it's officially on, man. White boy of the year. We'll see who wins it. But what y'all think about the Bikeriders, man?
And Bikeriders was fun, man. I mean, I was kind of texting y'all. It was just like, bruh, it's like, dang, they kind of had a good thing going, and then the young kids just came through and fucked that shit up. And that's kind of like the synopsis of it, man. And it just made me think. I was like, dang, being like white in the '60s and riding a motorcycle, like very much. What's the book with like Pony Boy and like the greasers and all that? Yeah, Outsiders. Like it very much gave all of that kind of vibes. I was like, that shit was just fucking cool, man.
Thanks. Tom, what'd you think about the Bikeriders?
Man, all right. So for starters, I was introduced to this movie before going to go see it as this is a Tom movie.
Yeah.
And for starters, I knew exactly what he meant when he said it, but also kind of took like a slight offense because it was like there's some nuance to it. Like you gotta, not every movie that I know exactly it's just gonna be some cool guys just being cool. Oh, it's a Tom. No, there's some nuance to it. Like, number one, I think it starts off with, well, for starters, I guess that first scene where you're like introduced to Austin Butler's character, like head down at the end of the
middle of the
pool
bar,
table,
drinking a whiskey on the rocks or whatever.
That's like a Tom.
That's the Tom
scene. The freeze frame when he gets smashed right before he gets smashed in the head with the
chair, with the
shovel. Yeah, that was perfect. Just a nice like freeze frame nod to Scorsese. So I love that. Then the quotables, like you go straight to Jodie Comer. My favorite one was like probably 10, 15 minutes into the movie when Austin Butler comes and sits down next to her. And he was like, she goes, "So what are we doing here? Just shooting the breeze?" Like I don't like. I'm definitely about to just start going around saying we just shooting the breeze. Like that's hard. But and then the other one was when Johnny, or my dog Tom Hardy, when he jumped in and when the big dude like challenged him the first time, he was like, "So knives or fists?"
Knives or
like,
fists.
Well, I don't kill you.
Like, damn, that's a fucking Tom Hardy ass line right there. Like that.
So fists? Like just because we not using hands on me, I'm still not gonna kill you. Like, so fists? All right. And those two, like out the gate, that kind of like let me know, like, all right, I'm in good hands for this one. So Jeff Nichols, not most familiar with his work, but I'm definitely gonna revisit. This is definitely a guy's movie. The movie's less than 2 hours. Like,
perfect.
If you just want to just get a cool watch in, Austin Butler literally just did his Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt in Fight Club, where I'm just gonna be cooler than everybody for a couple hours, and you're gonna fuck with me. So, yeah, I gave that one 4 stars on Letterboxd because, again, not a perfect movie. I can nitpick, but this isn't the time for that. We're here to wave the flag on this. I appreciate that.
Look, I agree with what you're saying, but I don't see. Y'all said Matthew McConaughey for Glenn Powell. I see Matthew McConaughey for Austin Butler in this movie. Like, this is a lot of like shit that Matthew McConaughey does in a lot of his movies. Like, he's kind of the cool dude, like rooting at the bar, got a whiskey on the, just got a whiskey on the rocks. I was like, the way he was kind of like pulling up on the girl, just very, very, very brooding. And I wasn't sure if Austin was going to be able to pull this off. And I think he did a really good job at just being the quiet, kind of like mysterious guy that, women are kind of attracted to. And like Jody said, but the crazy thing is, I don't even think he's like, it was hyped up to where he was the lead. And I feel like he was like third in this movie. Like he's really a supporting actor in it. Like it's told through this perspective of Kathy, who's Jodie Comer's character, and then Tom Hardy gets way more screen time, and I think Tom Hardy kind of steals that limelight. Like I'm over here, like, damn, Tom is nice, bro. Like this dude is fucking. He's fucking cool. He's tough. Like he's definitely someone that you could feel like these guys are afraid of, and he's like, got a bit of a loose screw, right? And it's like he was killing with showing that, especially with like the knives versus the fist in terms of the fight and all that kind of stuff. I think when he said lines like that, like it really kind of just put the kind of fear God, like this dude is kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, I think Tom Hardy and Jodie Comer, I think they really kind of like sell the movie. Like if those accents don't work, if they don't really go balls to the wall with their performances, then like you're not buying that this is like, you're not buying the Chicago of it all. You're not buying like the setting and like the vibe of it. I mean, Austin Butler legitimately is just there to like be cool as fuck.
Be cool.
So
but that's why I was saying more so Brad Pitt, because in the movies that you're talking about, Dante, like Matthew McConaughey's doing stuff. Like he's the
He
main
talking.
guy. He is brooding. He is
Yeah,
like something that would make you be like, oh, that guy's like he's what. Brad Pitt is literally just like that dude looks way too cool and too good looking to just be a regular guy. Austin Butler literally gets his ass whooped this whole movie. You know what I'm saying? He's not he's getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? He just looks cool getting beat up.
really. Like everybody else is dirty as fuck, greasy, got bad teeth. Austin Butler is just literally the
No grease on his
epitome
face.
of movie star 1950s James Dean. This motherfucker is the chosen one of this group. And
Yeah,
that's why Jodie Comer and Tom Hardy are just like fighting over him the whole movie.
literally,
He just want to.
it's
He just want to
crazy.
get
A
on the
love
board.
triangle with him in the middle, and those two fighting for him is hilarious.
Facts, and he just want to get on that bike and just cruise, man. Like he don't give a fuck about nothing, man.
Nothing.
Like at all. He ain't got nothing really to say. He's just one of those like one track mind, strong, silent type that the hoes love just because they don't pay him no attention. You know what I'm saying? So hey, inspired. No kidding, man.
Right there.
Hey, facts. Hey, I was about to go get me a Vandals jacket, dog. That shit was
Hey,
hard as
man,
fuck.
leather jackets was hard, bro. I can't even hold you, bro. Fitz was getting off in this, bro.
Man, yeah, man. So yeah, just like a cool ass movie, just literally just guys being dudes hanging out. And then like Jodie Comer, she cool as hell with it. She just happy to be in the mix. But I have to ask, because we were talking about GP, now we're talking about AB. Who's had a better 3-movie run? GP with Top Gun, Anyone But You, and Hitman, or AB with Elvis, Dune, Bikeriders? Because
I
hey,
think if we're talking strictly off the run, you might have to give it to AB. You might have to. But personally, I'm a Glenn Powell fan between the two. Even
let
though
me.
Butler definitely made it tough, but I think just because of I think Austin Butler's, I don't, because I hate to say it after we just mentioned all the range that Glenn Powell showed in, what's
I
it called?
don't
In
think Glenn
Hitman.
Powell has a fade Rotha bag. I don't think so.
Yeah, but exactly that's what I'm saying. Like he hasn't
That's
had much of a
crazy.
range that Austin Butler's been able to show it to this point. So I think
I don't
you
think
see Glenn Powell, you think straight man. Like there's
Yeah,
not really much direct. There's not far like much of a spectrum there. Austin Butler, that spectrum's getting a little wider with each role. So yeah, between the two, I think like he's done himself more of a service with the past three than Glenn Powell has.
Butler's got a little bit of that. Like you don't really know like what he actually sounds like that Johnny Depp kind of bag, where like what the fuck does Johnny Depp like actually look like? You know what I'm saying? But like we know what Austin Butler looks like, but he's always different for every role a little bit, just like some sort of transformation, which I
and it's
appreciate.
funny because
But
that
he's
goes
in an Ari Aster
to
movie
Hardy
coming up.
all the time too. Like, what the fuck does he actually sound like?
Facts, yeah, that's true
Bro,
as hell.
but I don't know. I think I might have to give it to GP, man. Like Top Gun, he was cooking. Like we
Top
loved
Gun was
in,
fire.
in that, but he might have stole some of the limelight from Tom Cruise in his own series with that performance, and then just seeing the multitude of characters that he could play. He did it in back to back, like rom com, and then another rom com. I think I don't know if like I don't know. I got to see Austin in rom com, and I haven't seen Elvis, so that might kind of impact it. But I did really like. I think Austin played these like more brooding roles a lot better than GP could play it. But I don't know if Austin could play this kind of happy-go-lucky, like make me laugh kind of guy like GP did either too. So that's why I think there's a couple lanes that both of them played better in,
Mm-hmm.
and it might just be which movie did you see last, like
Damn.
between the two to decide it, because they're both really fucking good. Like we keep throwing out old generation of stars, but we got a new wave coming up, and they're really really fucking good actors.
But Austin Butler's about to be in an Ari Aster movie with Emma Stone, Pedro Pascal, and Joaquin Phoenix.
Wow.
What movie is that?
Eddington.
Eddington. Okay. I didn't
No
see that.
plot yet. No plot yet. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't need it. I know this shit's
That's
gonna
an
be weird.
all-star cast right there.
Yeah, I know
Damn.
this shit's gonna be weird. I'm in.
We're all going to go see Twisters, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And now you see Twist. And they've been pubbing the hell out of Twisters.
Yeah. Hey, I need some Top Gun Mavericks vibes from Twister. I need
Feeling
people.
it. Like on
I
the
need
preview,
butts and
if
seats.
you feel it, you
Chase
fly.
it.
Exactly.
We got twins. God, I love that shit.
Like yes, bro. Like he's kind of piping up on that. So that'll be a fun one too.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, so yeah, 2 great movies. We implore y'all to go see them. I mean, shit, you ain't even got to go see Hitman. Just, go on Netflix and type that bitch in, man. So, 2 really great movies. We have one more to talk about. The return of Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
Exactly.
Bad Boys 4. Pew, pew, pew.
Let's go, man. Now, Hollywood tried to ice him out, man. And guess what? He's fucking back. He's
Hey.
back, man. The box office went crazy. We did a solo pod on Furiosa, and kind of like it gave us a whole outlook on how our movie's dying. Like people just don't watch the same. He comes out the next week with Bad Boys, and folks pack that shit out. They more than double it. And that was on a long weekend. Like, come on now. Will Smith is he's still fucking got it. Like, let's be serious here. He's still got it, man.
Hey, man, I'm going to go ahead and come clean. Hey, didn't see Bad Boys 4. Hey, I'm waiting for it on streaming. It was a box office success. Y'all obviously didn't need my dollars, you know what I'm saying? But I love when a black movie does numbers, man. So shouts out to Bad Boys 4. I'm going to catch it on streaming, though. I don't know. Martin was just looking a little bit too washed in the press tour for me. Hey, we can speak
I
on
won't disagree with you there. Martin in hella washed. like that dude is way too damn old to be doing the action shit. Like he is hella washed. Like my joke was like, "Hey, bro, this is an action movie for unks, bro." Like it was kind of what I put in my review of it on Letterboxd. Like Will Smith could still kind of keep up, but again, they are a little slower than they were in Bad Boys 2, right? And that was. That's kind of the epitome of that there. They're just not there. And Martin's kind of struggling. He was always kind of the funny guy, but now it's just like sad. They got him driving around in the minivan and
But
shit.
that's what I'm saying. That's my reason for why I was like, bro, I'm not about to go in here and try and watch this movie. They about to just be shitting on Martin, bro. Like that's crazy.
He really does
I'll watch it on
consistently
stream.
get dunked on. And it's pretty bad. Like in terms of like story and plot, it's not great. I think it did well. It's funny, right? The action is okay. Hey, Reggie, like that. Whenever y'all see that scene, this dude, they've been dunking on Reggie for 4 films now, bruh. In this movie, he solos 16 troops, bruh. So I'm just saying, y'all gonna watch that scene, and I was like, oh, like that. They need to put some respect on my man Reggie's name for real, bro.
I'm hearing about that Reggie scene. I've been hearing about it. So,
I was like, so he's like that. That was some real action. Like that was the first time that they had it cooked. Vanessa Hudgens is good in it. She fine as hell in this shit. That's why I'm surprised. I was like, KP, you ain't tapped in? Because I watched 3, like literally like a few hours before going to the theater to watch 4. So I had it fresh on the mind, and I was just like, I kind of like 4 gets better reviews, but I kind of like 3 better personally. And I think there was better motivation that I think made sense from like Martin's character in 3 versus 4. In 3, he's like, "Hey man, I'm trying to retire," and Will Smith is like the perpetual bachelor trying to hold on to his lifestyle at fucking like 50, right? And so you've got that kind of whole thing going against, and then he's got like an estranged lover who's like the police chief. I just think it was actually a better plot. 4 was kind of all over the place in the plot. They bring in a new love interest for Will Smith, and I was like, she doesn't really fit because you had the girl that you built up all the 3.
Yeah.
Why didn't you make them together? Like you spent a whole movie to build that up, and that would have built some like emotional connectivity when they're like taking hostages and shit in the film. And I was like, it's just is not there for me.
Will was probably fucking her for real. He had to swap her out. Like that shit problematic, man.
Oh gosh,
You
but
know how
so
Will
I think plot wise the third one is better than the fourth, but again, it's it's a solid fun movie. I'm just glad to see Will Smith back in it. Martin's kind of washed, bro. He might need to stick to like comedies and shit. But it was a solid black movie. I think it grossed almost 300 mil worldwide. So
Hey, I might have a take. I might have a take here. Because I didn't go see Equalizer 3 either.
Hey,
in
being
the
washed. I'm sorry. I love Denzel.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, wait.
3. That
All
was
right,
better than that
else
might be the
Not
best
four.
one.
What was like four? No,
It
I
was
think it was 3.
Equalizer was 3,
Yeah.
yeah.
They only have 3, right? For the
Mhm.
last one that was on
That might
Netflix.
have been the best one, to be honest.
Chill.
That
Chill.
dude is old as shit, bro. That's all that I was thinking this whole movie. I was like, bro, they couldn't get your son to do this? Like, JBW right there, bro. Why, Denzel, why you
Chill.
doing this, bro? You old. He felt like grandpa action movie. If I
Nah,
said,
you're wild. You're wild, and he was going crazy.
He was going crazy, but like if Denzel ain't like if he ain't got the hose, then it's
But
not.
I also saw it in the movie theater, so maybe that's got.
No, I saw it on Netflix. I think I watched it on a plane, like legit.
Hey, I rented that bitch. Hey, but here's my take. Will Smith, love him. He's done so much for me personally. He's like just like I don't want to say father figure because like my dad is dope, but he's Will Smith. He's everybody. He's America's
Yeah.
homie, whatever. Big Will. He might be on the stream team for me right now, man.
The stream team.
He might be on the stream team for me.
That's a crazy state.
That's
Hey,
nasty.
hey, man. Straight up, man. Straight up. Like if look, because I watched Emancipation. Look, so I'm a real Will Smith fan, bro. I will still stand on business with Emancipation, this black and white slave movie that he made, and say that shit was good. But I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, okay, like we get it. You back. Let's make something good. Let's make something good, man. Like, come on. Bad Boys 4, sure, okay, it's a known franchise. Let's get back on our feet a little bit.
Yeah.
From now on, Will, like, I want you to bring the house down, man. I need more King Richard type roles. They ain't got to be all biopics, but like, test yourself, bro. Test
King
yourself.
Richard, Pursuit of Happiness, 7 Pounds.
Yeah.
If we look back at Will Smith's bag, like he got the fun action movies. He got some flops in there. Let's not forget about the nepotism in After Earth. Big flop. I was like, but he also redid the Karate Kid, and that wasn't horrible. So I was like, it was okay. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know. But then he's got really good ones in, like I said, 7 Pounds, King Richard, Pursuit of Happiness.
Hey, man, hold on.
Hitch, Hancock.
Hey, there's a wide gap of great movies for Will Smith, brother. I hate to break it to you.
I'm just saying. Hold on, 7 Pounds, not a great movie.
Nah, I'll give you 7 pounds, but
Pursuit of Happiness, not great.
Concussion.
Hitch, not great. There's no way y'all are hating on Hitch.
Hey, I never. I love Hitch.
Okay, I was like,
Hitch is a Mount Rushmore. Hitch on his Mount Rushmore
did a lot for me.
I was like, Hitch
did a lot for me.
Did a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, let's not act like Will don't got stinkers, man. Like,
yes, I listed a couple, but let's not act like he ain't do Independence Day either. Come on, like
Hey, for every Independence Day, we got a Wild Wild West. You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, hey, Will Smith, Gemini man, like, come on, B, stream team. Denzel, he was almost regulated to the stream team. But
Denzel is on the stream team. I'm sorry.
Gladiator 2, did you see the Gladiator 2 photos? Like, nigga, I'm not streaming that, nigga. I'm in the theater.
Is Denzel going to be in Gladiator 2?
Yes, nigga.
I had to go back and look
Bro,
at
he
it.
got the hoop earring
Well,
on the
he
throne.
better be sitting down in a chair because if that nigga is getting busy in that shit, he's gonna ruin it, bro.
I think he's playing like Hannibal or somebody cool.
Oh my goodness! Get the big nigga from the Black Panther, bro. Get somebody who can still use all their joints and don't got arthritis.
He's just an old nigga in the chair, bruh. Chill.
I'm saying he better just be sitting in a chair because that nigga is way too old for it. Just I can't go from Training Day, Denzel, and see where the fuck he's at now, bro. Like, come on, man.
Niggas get old, man.
I
What are you
can't.
supposed to do? He's supposed to,
I can't
He
have
got old. Exactly. Stop doing action films.
he
Bro,
ain't
the fuck you trying to be Bruce Willis? Like, talking about niggas
Why,
doing action films
why
way
can't
past
Denzel
his
be Bruce
prime.
Willis?
Hey, it's fast. Why can't he be Bruce?
Well,
Denzel could be
I
anything.
don't remember any young Bruce movies. That's the only reason.
Well,
reason I think Bruce doesn't get shit is because we don't remember him being a good action star at a young age.
Because he always
Denzel,
had
we got shit to compare it to. So I'm like, let's stop it, bro.
the baldy. That's it, man. He always had the baldy. You can't tell how old he is ever.
Know how old he is, but when I can see Denzel's son, who's damn near 40 himself, doing action films better. Like JDW is, I think, 39. Like, come on, bro. Let's just get that.
Speaking of JDW, I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but I either saw like a graphic or saw an article where I think he might be playing the Green Lantern on the new Green Lantern show on HBO.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I could see that. I would like that.
That should be fire. Like restart the DCU with JD Dub as the Green Lantern.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, because we all love Tenet here. We all love Creator, Malcolm and Marie. Like JDW been on a tear for all of us.
No comment for
I
Green
ain't gonna
Lantern.
say a tear, but you know.
All right, I was like, don't get Tom started, sir. Come on, man. don't get Tom started, man.
Well, shit, man. We done talked about 4 movies, 4 bangers. You should go see all of them. Hey, we support the movies here, man. We support cinema. Go see real fucking movies, man.
Except
go
you saw half of these movies in streaming.
Hey, man, just go see them. Hey, just add your stats, man. Be a statistic.
Fraudulent.
Hey, but we got more content coming for y'all, man. We got The Bear. Season 3 of The Bear has been very divisive. Can't wait to talk about it. Can't wait.
I still think it's criminal that they get away with putting that shit in the comedy category, bro. It's not a funny show, bro. Like,
not funny.
It's not a comedy, bro. Just because you might laugh at something doesn't make the show a comedy, bro.
Yeah, you're probably right. But we got The Boys. The Boys is back in full effect. Can't wait to talk about that with y'all. House of the Dragon, of course, every week we on that.
Yes, sir. Deep diving every week, man.
Every week, man. This is where you're gonna get the best content from, man. So keep it locked all summer, all fall, all winter, all year. Fuck it. Any final notes?
Go see the Bikeriders.
Go see the Bikeriders. Yeah, go see the Bikeriders out. Twister coming out. I was like, we need more dialogue on this GP versus AB move. Like,
comment.
Let us know. Austin Butler or Glenn Powell. Let us know.
Yeah, fast. Let us know. Let's throw a poll up on the IG today, man. Let's do it. All right. Well, if that's all we got, man, that's all we got. Until next time, it's KP.
D Wild.
Got it too rare.
Y'all keep on hating, keep on seeing. We'll catch y'all very soon. Peace out.